and also financial. Just making an example. Then now these decisions that you're making here, you say, okay, I'm going to stop smoking. But obviously now stopping has requirements. Now you decide, okay, I'm going to replace this behavior with something else. Let's say now you say, I'm going to stop smoking and then incorporate exercise or incorporate fitness into my life. So I'm going to wake up every day and go run, and before I go to sleep I'm also going to go for a run, so that my body is just active and I sort of like sweat out the fumes within my body. So now when you decide, okay, I'm going to stop smoking, this decision has to be strong to be impressed obviously onto the subconscious mind. And obviously when it's impressed on the subconscious mind, it's not going to replace the habit that's already there just like that. So it's going to be impressed, yes, and then you continue on this subconscious mind decision choice, because everything is still fresh. So and then you decide, okay, tomorrow I'm going to wake up and start running, and today morning was my last cigarette, I'm just making an example, and then tomorrow morning I'm starting to run, and then that's it. I'm just going to do that for the rest of my life. Sharp. Tomorrow you start running instead of smoking. During the day you don't smoke. So now here on the subconscious mind and also the body, the unconscious mind, there's sort of, you can say, there's glitches that will be taking place, because the body itself, the unconscious mind, is used to that hand gesture, as I said earlier on, and because it's not happening, it will be sort of like craving it. So the body will be going through, you can say, withdrawals, and then the subconscious mind will be seeking new ways to replace the habit, because when it plays the habit, it's not supported overall. So let's say at certain times you used to smoke, let's say in the morning 8 o'clock you wake up, you go and smoke. Then so now when you wake up at 8 in the morning, you go run. So now the subconscious mind, when you're busy running, is going to flood your thoughts with smoking, because this is the time when we do the thing. But now, because on the conscious mind and unconscious mind, there's no support for that. So now the strength of the habit is going to lose its form bit by bit as you are not leaning towards it. So obviously this won't be easy, because as I say, the habit is already established here. So let's talk a bit about the law of rhythm, one of the 7 Hermetic principles. So the law of rhythm speaks of tides, the pendulum swing, and the pendulum swing to the left is in exact measure that swings to the right. Everything has its tides. What rises has to fall, and what falls will have to rise. So when you are trying to break this habit, in terms of the law of rhythm, the tide is strong in terms of the habit itself, and you are trying to break through the tide, and it's like you rowing a boat into sea, and the tide is against you. So it will require you to use more energy, more willpower, more strength to get the boat at sea than it would have if the tides were in favor of the direction you were going. So now it's the same here. The tides are against you. And therefore, this new habit you've just created, you have to exert more effort. Meaning you, besides just running and let's say creating this exercise you might probably have to join a support group, leave the friends that do smoke until you are sorted, because now this is new for you. So you don't need temptations or anything to make this situation harder than it is, because already you understand the tide is against you. And therefore, when now, as I say, when it's time to do the smoking, which you don't do anymore, the mind floods you with the thoughts. The mind floods you with the thoughts because the tide, and the mind is used to things going that way. So the tide is what is established already as a behavior. So this is established behavior, established rules, established everything. This is who we are. And you're trying to change who you are. You understand? So now, trying to change who you are is not going to be easy, because also on the conscious mind, there will be people telling you, man, now you think you are better now. Man, you no longer want to smoke with us. You no longer want to go out with us and smoke and drink and whatsoever. And so now all of this is making this tide even more stronger, reminding you again, because this will flood you back again with these friends that you used to do this hand gesture with. You understand now? And then now the body is remembering, craving this situation that you were supposed to be doing, or you've been doing for years. Now, here, you make a decision again, because now they are sort of influencing you, telling you these things that now you think you're better. Why don't you come chill with us? Leave whatever that you're doing. Don't you know that life is going to end anyway? All these negative, pessimistic things that people will tell you, because now they see you leaving them behind to better your life. And because you're doing that, it sort of seems to them, and it looks, it's like your decisions that you've made are a mirror to them. Then they see that, okay, we are doing something which is detrimental to our health, and that guy has decided not to do it anymore. And now, if I'm not doing it with him or her, it makes me feel bad, because at least if we are doing it together, I can say, oh, okay, because I'm going to be sort of like camouflaged by the fact that I'm doing it with my friend. We're all drunk together. We're all smoking cigarettes, and we might suffer whatever consequences, but we're together. Now I'm alone. It seems like, it brings this fear, and also the need to abdicate responsibility, because we don't want this responsibility. We want to live life sort of like carelessly and carefree without consequences. And therefore now when something happens that reminds you of consequences, you don't like it, because why? You thought you were just cruising and you're just flowing with the life, and now you have to think like this. No. So now you decide, okay, I'm not going to spend time with these friends of mine. I'm going to join a support group